Hey guys, welcome back to doremicom channel. I'm here to talk a little bit more about Infinity. Now that I got the models back for the Yu Jing and the Haqqislam, I have sent some models already over to Smurf, so he's going to have to do kind of a video on his end to show you what the other Yu Jing models are. But I wanted to go ahead and flesh out the Haqqislam army that I have, or Haqqislam. And so I ended up picking up these three blisters and the Haqqislam Baram sectorial starter pack. And let's go ahead and do a little bit of an unboxing here. Now, a question kind of came up as to how and why I'm picking particular models. What I kind of learned from the players who demoed Infinity to me is that once you start getting into a 300-point army, you really need to worry about specific things. So you're going to want to have in models that can act as doctors, like this Gulam infantry doctor. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So let's go ahead and break her open. The other kind of models you're going to want is you'll probably want someone who can infiltrate and have camouflage. You're going to want to have someone who can spot camouflage. And you definitely want to introduce the notion of being able to hide your lieutenant, because you don't have to declare in Infinity who your lieutenant is, which I actually think is kind of a neat little twist. Okay, like the other models, this one actually comes with a baggie which has again a different complaint code than the original. Well, it's the same one as the original model. So that is the Gulam Doctor with little bits get added. So in the Haqqislam starter pack, you can actually have a Gulam lieutenant, and this doctor model, you would know right away that after playing the game for a while, you'd know that a doctor couldn't be, or at least for the Gulam infantry, the doctor couldn't be the lieutenant, so you could exclude this particular model. But I wanted to go ahead, or for instance, this Gulam Haqqislam model who has a Panzerfaust, which is a rocket launcher kind of thing. It does some serious damage. Looks like a twin barrel RPG. Absolutely beautiful model. This is getting sent out to epic terrain, so kind of like the notion of keeping the, at least for the most part, the models for a particular army all, you know, I'd like epic terrain to do all my Haqqislam, for instance. If I'm mispronouncing any of these words, please, and you know it, please let me know, because I do want to make sure I'm saying them right. But from an American accent, it looks like this word right here would be Gulam, and she's this model is packing a Panzerfaust. If we look back at the Haqqislam starter pack, this is one that got already put together. There are 3 different Gulam infantry models, all with a rifle and light shotgun, and any one of these 3 could be my lieutenant. So I can kind of hide my lieutenant in my army so that my opponent doesn't know exactly which one he or she needs to take out. I kind of like that. It makes for a very interesting combination. In the Japanese sectorial armies, there's actually 2 different models that could be lieutenant, but the second one that could be a lieutenant also has the chain of command, which means that, for instance, when I pick the Domrobutai to be, who is my heavy infantry, and he's a beast on the battlefield, if he dies and he was my lieutenant, the guy with chain of command immediately takes over as lieutenant, and I don't really lose anything. And that made it very easy. If you're playing the JSA army, make sure you got enough terrain. Make sure that, you know, they're really following the Infinity terrain logic of there not being much distance between terrain, and it's a really good starter set. The third guy that I picked up for the Haqqislam is the Bashi bazooks, and honestly, I just thought the model looked really cool, so let's go ahead and break this open. Oh man, this guy comes with little markers. That's holo echo, and I believe it has something to do with that this guy could effectively look like he's in multiple places, which really, like, I could put down the model in these two and any one of the three could be the model. As I learn more about holo echoes, I'll make sure to let you guys know. This is definitely a more advanced model to use. That's pretty cool. So interestingly enough, this model comes with 3 different bases, and I'm thinking again that the holo echoes somehow get attached to the bases, maybe. The Infinity models really have some really nice detail to them. I'm hoping it's getting picked up by the camera. And again, this guy comes with just a ton of nice weapon modeling. So I'm curious to see how Epic Terrain works on that one, what it's going to look like. And now when we're breaking open the Haqqislam Baram sectorial starter, one of the really cool things about the sectorial armies is this notion of something called a linked team, which allows you to move multiple models with only one order. And basically, as you're moving 3 up together, when people have AROs, they can only, target, fire at your guys once, as opposed to moving each one individually and then them being shot at 3 times if they're in the line of fire of your opponent. We'll talk more about what AROs are in a future video, but basically it allows your opponent to react to your movement. So at no point is it ever just one person going. At all times, both players are actually in the game. Well, let's take a look at the models here. Just a lot of bags here. This is my Laseek, who fires a viral sniper rifle. You put your Laseek up somewhere who's with good field of vision and can take care of guys from long range. This is a Delamy infantry model. The Delamy and the Gulam are kind of like the main light infantry choices for Haqqislam, and this is just another unit that you can create a link team on, where you can have 3 to 5 members moving around with one order. This is another Delamy with a Panzerfaust again, with the double barrel RPG weapon. This is just another one of the Delamy. So I really like the modeling on the weapon for this guy. And this guy is a Haqqislam Fide, not to be confused with the Haqqislam Assassin Friday. No, never mind. He looks really awesome. I just don't know what he does. And this guy has kind of wings that this is the Assassin Rajik, and I don't quite know what this guy does, so I'm really looking forward to playing him. In the demo games I played, no one played anything like this, so or the demo games that I watched as well, no one played anything like this. And so I'm curious what this guy can do. But it's this guy right here. And this is what I mean by kind of like wings. I don't know if that affects his movement or what. I'll let you know as soon as I start playing it. And now we're done with unboxing the Haqqislam Baram Sectorial Starter Pack. So again, all these models are going to Epic Terrain. The only thing really I think I need to add to the Haqqislam, in order to have a very viable 300 plus point army, is getting a tag, which is the large, just massive compared to these guys' size, robotic armor, and make sure that I have a hacker in the group. I don't know that I do or not. Again, when you're looking at a 300 point army, you're going to make sure you have a medic of some sort, a hacker, someone who can kind of be stealthy infiltrator, and someone who can spot the stealthy infiltrators. As far as spotting, in the previous army, the Jambazan can come with special goggles that helps him spot the infiltrated models.